doing getting a car, we got to go. Hit the like button. Let's do it. Let's do this thing. Let's see where I'm at here. Let's see if I can get some comments pulled up. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Woo, it's going to be wild tonight. I will tell you, it might be a slight interruption here in a minute. I'm waiting on a call from the receiver to tell me to go ahead and back into the door. We are staged in front of the door right now. So they just got done unloading prime time's pulling out, so I'm imagining they're going to call me here in a second to go to a door. There we go. Prime is pulled out. He's getting ready to chock them up and get on out of here, slide his axles back forward, and hit that dusty trail. So thanks, everybody, for coming in. We're getting unloaded, hopefully, in the next hour or so, and to the house for the weekend. This weekend's going to be really cold in Minnesota. I know you folks down south are like, oh my God, it's snowing. But I don't know what to tell you. How I tell you, the government controls the weather. Oh, man. They are doing this to you on purpose. I was gonna have a guest in here tonight. I don't know what happened to that guy. He must have he must have drove he must have drove to the bank or something. I don't know. He was supposed to be coming in here and hanging out with me now. He's nowhere to be found. I hope he's all right. I hope nobody kidnapped him, whatnot. Thanks everybody again for coming in. It's going to be super cold up here in Minnesota this weekend. We're talking negative temperatures in Minnesota this weekend. Good looking freight coming out of Minnesota right now. I'm telling you right now, if you can handle the cold weather, come on to Minnesota, but just don't get it twisted. This weather right here, this is that break your shit type weather. That is break you in. Break you in weather. Woo! Guest in the house. Welcome, Mr. Rookie Trucker, to the show, everybody.
Sorry, I just got done going to the bank.
Yeah, I know
Had to
this
pull
guy
I
right here.
had to pull out them lumper fees.
This guy right here. He's got that money game going. I'm trying to figure it out. He took he took my system and is making more money off of it than I am. Um,
Shit. Called being
uh,
broke.
mm, well, hey, you know, wink. I wear clearance hats and gimme shirts. I'm just saying,
That's right. That's right.
ain't no money,
How are you,
no
buddy?
money over here. We're good. How are you doing?
Good.
If anybody doesn't know, this is the Rookie Trucker, um, aka Mr. Axford. To you that don't know him,
Mm.
um, now the other day, the reason I wanted you to come in the other day, you were talking about possibly having a lease purchase truck and trailer available for the right person.
I do. I
You
do.
still got that? You still got it?
Uh yes, I still have it. I'm still making money. I'm still in it.
Yep. Okay.
Might have a candidate. I have a couple people interested, but uh
Okay.
offer's still on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. Until the deal is done, it's still available out there. If you guys are listening and
It
watching, um, if you want to get a hold of the Rookie Trucker, he's no rookie. That's a wink wink ha ha joke. No, there's no rookie left in him anymore. The trucking industry has beat him with a bullwhip for a few years now, so
is.
I'm gonna say no longer a rookie. You know, may
Mm.
look young, but don't get
my
confused.
my carrier likes to put me in place and let me know where I stand every once in a
Uh,
while, and that's why I'm still the rookie trucker. All right.
okay, okay. So, if someone is interested in doing a lease purchase, what's the equipment number one?
19. I'm sitting in it right now. 19 Cascadia. Well, I'm sitting in the truck. 19 Cascadia. 16 utility 3000R with a thermoking S600. So California compliant. Um, man, good setup. Did
Yeah,
really good with this setup. I mean, you know how I have it specced out
yep,
for fuel mileage, and um, it just DD15, 12 speed automated 228 rears. It is tuned down to 400 horsepower on this truck, 1750 foot-pounds of torque. Reefer unit
Yeah.
has about 15,000 hours on it. I just installed 2 rows of E-Tracks on that trailer, not even 2.5 months ago. So I hate to get rid of it, man. It's part of the reason why I want to do the lease purchase is I agree with the carrier that they both have a lot of life still left in them, and I would like to keep it in the fleet. I'd rather give the opportunity to someone and keep it here than
Right.
give it to somebody random because I really didn't have intentions to be getting rid of this truck quite this early. I mean, I've been pondering it for a while, but I came across a really, really nice trailer, newer trailer for myself. And that being said, maybe it's time to upgrade the truck as well. You know what I mean? And when I say upgrade, this is how you know that for me at least, this is a good setup. Is I'm looking to buy the exact
Yeah.
same truck, same specs if I can. Maybe an APU if it's there. If not, it's not a deal breaker for me. I made this setup work just fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And for anybody that knows, the truck came. It's a coastal carrier's truck, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Okay.
so
So
I'm the second owner. I purchased it straight
yeah.
from them.
So anybody that knows reefer freight, you see coastal carriers around. They got really nice equipment. It's not your average fleet equipment. It is, they're a little bit above and beyond on their company trucks and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're not buying, some leftover, beat down fleet equipment here. This is equipment. You're still running this equipment to this day, right?
I'm in
Like
it right now.
you're in it
Yeah,
right now. So
I'm in a door right now. Yeah.
yeah. So
So I love this truck. It's going to be hard for me to get rid of it. To be honest, I really don't want to get rid
yeah.
of it. I got it all. You know the deal. I got it all set up the way I want, and I mean I'm cooking as we speak. I'm cooking in the truck right now with the air fryer. I love this truck. About the only thing I'm actually going to be stealing some of the stuff that's on this truck. Like I want to keep my super singles. I want to take the zero breeze
Yeah.
with me and just put it in the next one. It'll be an easy transition, hopefully. So I love this truck. I was actually fixing to be buying another one from Coastal Carriers. That's the place that I just wanted to run right back to again. But their trucks seem to be doing so well for them that their inventory was low. And I've been in contact with their sales guy over there, and they don't have a ton of inventory because they're now keeping their trucks to right around 500 to 650,000 miles before they're rotating them, rather than getting
Yeah.
rid of them at around the 300 to 450 mile range is, kind of what they were doing. And they're not really doing that anymore. So they don't really have the
Mm.
inventory. Otherwise, that's exactly where I'd be buying a truck from.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's the equipment. Anybody that's interested in this deal, you can email me and I'll pass it on to Justin. You email me. My email's all over the internet. It's in every video description. It's CashisKingTrucking at gmail.com. So if you want to email me, I'll pass it on to him. Or if Justin's got an email he wants to put out there, he can. But if you don't want, ever random, I mean, mine's already out there, so it blows up all day anyway. So
Yeah.
anybody. Now let's talk about the candidate, something that you're looking for, like minimum experience wise. What are we talking?
Um, it's funny you say that because I'm talking to a guy right now that has a ton of experience driving for years, but he's never technically been OTR. So it's a little bit of a
Mm,
gamble, but he seems to have his life situated where it makes sense. You know what I mean? He doesn't really have the home life, the family life as far as kids or anything, for him to be needing to go home. So this is kind of a later in life, hey, you know what I mean? I want to do this for the next, 5 to 10 years. So, but preferably, yeah, I mean, someone that's got a decent amount, at least 2 years worth of experience, preferably someone, in over the road and reefer experience would be a plus. But
yeah.
not someone that's set in their ways and not willing to learn how we do things over here, because we definitely do things what I guess some people would not considered the traditional way, but I think it's the profitable way.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Geographically, does it matter where they live?
Not necessarily. No. Preferably not in Maine. Preferably not in Miami, and
Okay.
preferably not in the southern part of California. But any they could live anywhere essentially, as long as they understand where they are, and how often they need to get home. It may be hard to get home or get out. It just depends.
Right. Okay. That's good to know because I'm sure there'll be people, all over looking for something. Um,
Hmm.
so that's kind of what you're looking for. Now, as far as let's talk about what they will be doing because, um, I'm sure at first you will want to help guide them into the position, right? You
Of
know,
course.
like, are we talking, you know, do you help dispatch or do you, just are they load board, because a lot of guys, I like this idea because a lot of guys, I would rather see them do something like this than go to, a mega carrier and make, $1.30 a mile and, just there's no money there if you're doing that. You're working for the man. So, but a lot of guys don't have the experience.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's being that we're with, a smaller carrier. I've recognized the importance of having the right communication skills and the right experience with a lot of the brokers that we work with. Um, a lot of guys that maybe have the experience are or think they have the experience sometimes can get a little mouthy, including myself.
Mm,
You know what I mean? In the past, with some of these brokers, you get frustrated. So I think that if we brought someone in, we would prefer to be in control of the dispatching portion. Not saying that we're not open to someone that can eventually fully dispatch themselves, or if they're currently dispatched. We have some customers and some brokers that we work with that we're trying to bring someone on and work with these particular brokers in this freight that we have pretty consistently, and only a few people know how to talk to them, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So we've
yeah,
got good relations, that the carrier here has been maintaining for years, and we'd like to continue doing that and growing and being able to do more freight for move for more freight for them.
yeah. I got you. I got you. All right. So that's kind of the layout. If anybody's interested, email me. 93 people in the house, 15 likes. Everybody hit that like button.
Mm.
Let me hit a few comments here real quick. Sounds like
Yeah, no
your
worries.
air fryers, baby. Don't burn my bacon.
Yeah, she
Don't burn my
going. She
bacon.
going.
I cooked like 3 rounds of bacon for breakfast this morning. I just kept going in.
Damn it,
Uh,
boy.
Harry Areolas is in the house. Oh man, this weather has me feeling stiff. Okay, whatever. Punjabi Dispatch Service
It
is in the
got you.
house. Yeah, Punjabi Dispatch Service in the house. Hello, my friend. It's 2 a.m. in Pakistan. Okay. They got loads to Canada, he says. You interested? It's low
Mm,
pay and heavy if you want
perfect.
it. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Trucking coach is in the house. He says Hirschbach nuts are the best. I like when the CEO rubs them on my face. Oh, come
Mm,
on.
mm.
Oh, come on. I got to skip some of these.
Uh-huh.
The trolling is thick tonight. Fate's budget's in the house. What's up, Fate's budget? Uh, Skinny Peters says, they said it was little. I said, no, it's just skinny. Okay. DIY Semi Coffee's mugs in the house. What's up? The Mackinac life's in here. I don't have to answer your questions, he said. All right. Um, Omar sings in the house. If I owe you money, sorry about your luck. Whew, damn it. The rookie trucker. Nobody cares about you. Boom. Okay. Oh, fake trucking don't even come in anymore, man. We can't even get that boy to come over here anymore. Um,
No.
no fear trucking's in the house. What up, no fear? Hey, everyone. Trucking Life made it in. Only 5 people watching. We got 80 in the house right now, but only 19 likes. All you got to do is double tap that screen and boom, boom. Killian's is at the house. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's Friday, right? I mean, them Georgia boys back alley, they got to be at the house for like
Yeah,
sundown on Friday.
these rates aren't good enough to stay out. You go home.
Yeah, yeah. What about a? I mean, are they on house arrest or something? Every Georgia trucker I know's got to be home for sundown on Friday. I mean, damn it, boys. Stanza
Uh,
Transport's in the house. He made it back from Mexico. I thought that was good. Um, I figured a man of his wealth, the cartel would have snatched him up, but
mhm.
hey, he made it back. CJ Hudson's in the house. What up, Grumpy Truckers in the house? What's up? Shoveling snow is overrated. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Uh, T Dot Trucking's in the house. We out here trucking in the snow, man. Getting this auto parts money in Detroit overnight expedited. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, I used to do some auto parts expedited. No one pays for dry van like auto parts expedited. Lord have
Mm,
mercy. Um,
really?
I picked up a load one time, and it was literally going from the factory to the airport, and we hand loaded it onto a plane to go to a factory in Mexico. And yeah, it was like a load of floor mats, and man, that paid really good to drive like 40 miles. It was like $1,000 to drive 40 miles.
Damn it.
It's good
That's a
times,
good
good
one.
times for a dry van. Yeah, that's good stuff. I used to do those Tennessee to Laredo auto parts expedited too. That's 1,300 miles, and you can do it in one shift.
Dang.
you
That's good. That's money.
can you can do it in one. Is it a team? Yes, it's a team. me, me, and my split personality. My God, we
That's
run
right.
team all day.
Hmm.
I yell at myself like a team. We're a team. G Walker's in the house. What up? Trucking Life's in the house. Thanks for coming in. No Fear Trading says, I'm in Jackson, Georgia. It's just raining here. Yeah. Snow above me. Yeah. Tennessee was getting it pretty good earlier. Um, Emmanuel says, how you doing, Mr. Big Time Truck Driver? We're good. We're in the house. Gary Bates is in the house. Nitram, the lease purchase goat. Okay. uh, Marty says, put a picture on the screen. Okay. I think there's a
Mm.
picture up there. I mean, if you're talking about the truck, it's a Cascadia. I mean, what
Yeah.
color is it?
It's red.
Oh,
It's
big
all
red
red.
truck.
Yep, all red. Colored
Nice.
painted bumpers, painted skirts, chrome wheels.
Mm.
It's a Cascadia, just like you said. Not too much rust. Pretty clean truck.
So you said you're going to take those super singles off of it and
I would
take those
replace
with
them.
you.
I would like to. I'd like to. I'd put the duals on there, all aluminum duals with at or better condition than the tires that I have right now. And these tires, they're about 60% tread left. I got at least another solid year to maybe year and a half left in these tires at least. 2 more summers.
Okay. Okay.
So
I just wondered because a lot of people don't like super singles, so I
I
would
love them now.
imagine most people.
Yeah.
Super singles are the devil. What are you talking about?
Hmm.
Um, you know they come in late night and steal your money off your nightstand, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
They
Uh
do.
huh. Yeah. Uh huh. I
They
caught that
do.
some bitch. I caught that some bitch smoking crack behind my woodshed one time. I never trust a super single ever again. uh, Six Simpers and house leasing programs are modern day sharecropping. Yeah, they are. They are from a mega carrier or you know. But this one here is basically uh, you're buying a truck.
With
Basically is what it
warranty, by
is.
the way. With
Oh,
warranty.
okay. Nice.
Hmm.
Um, Gary Bates, can you take it to the southwest? Um, oh, can you take it away from the carrier? Question mark. No, I think.
When when it's paid off.
Yeah, there you go. When it's paid off, you can do whatever you want with it. Until then, it stays where it's at.
Mhm.
Because it's this isn't like your lease purchasing from a carrier. You're lease purchasing from Justin, but he wants to control where it's at until it's paid off. That's all it
Mhm.
is. Um, Nitram says, I wish I could. I'm out west and prefer to stay out there. Um, it's not a deal breaker. Um,
Nope. Got
you
freight that
know,
goes out there too.
yeah. Um,
Got
it's
freight that comes
it's
out of there.
it's more or less a thing of, you know, I think the big thing people need to realize before they do something like this is not a Werner dedicated account where you go from a giant 3M warehouse to another giant 3M warehouse and drop a trailer and pick an empty up and drive all the way back and just boom boom back and forth. This is like you got to be next level. It's next level money, but it's also next level responsibility. It's next level planning. It's next level operating. I mean,
Hmm.
you got to learn how to. You got to know a logbook. You know, if you've got 3 deliveries in a day, sometimes it gets a little tricky. You got that 3 a.m., that 7 a.m., and then you got that,
Hmm.
you know, 9 p.m. 400 miles away. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes it's a little tricky. You got to
You
figure
need
it
to
out.
have
But
you need to have good time management. I mean, I just got
yep,
done with one pick, 9 drop, and I am doing a one pick, 10 drop right now. And yeah, I think we'll see. We'll get lined up for the next 2 weeks. Actually, yeah, this week and then the following 2 weeks after that. I don't know how many picks and how many drops those are, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean it's consistent freight. I mean I don't think I've had a and I run recaps, so I mean we a lot of guys over here we don't have multiple days off on the road. We don't have a hard time going. Let me sit here until I get X amount of dollars. We're constantly trying to get to the next
yeah,
customer, the next broker. You know what I mean? That we work with
yeah,
consistently on a first name basis. And that's
yeah,
a good feeling.
yeah. That's a good way to be. Um, are rates really good right now? Yeah, but I've already booked a load out for Tuesday. It's a load I've done. I don't know. Probably did that same load 6 times last year
Hmm.
for the same rate. When things were crappy in September, I got that same rate.
Hmm.
Now that rates are a little better right now, same rate. I take
Same here.
consistency over knee jerk any day. Um,
And that's what a lot
you
of
know,
us over here are doing. And I'm not going to speak for every single person, but there's guys over here that they do their own thing. You know what I mean? And they do fine, but um, when times get stressful out there, it seems like they want to do what we're doing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
When times are good out there, like they are today, or tomorrow, yeah, it's hard seeing that board and it's hard seeing what they're doing
yeah,
and some of the numbers. But someone told me recently, like, hey, you know what? That person's going to get, a banger week or two and you're going to stay consistent all year. You know what I mean? And,
yeah,
and, 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 and he's 100% right. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I don't know. You got to have this kind of a mindset. You may like it, you may not, but it's worked for me. It's worked for a few other drivers over here very, very well. So,
yeah,
and we're willing to share that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what we're looking and why we want to keep someone and keep the truck here is because we want to share that opportunity for someone else.
I'm going to say, unless you have some special circumstances, if someone buys that truck, pays it off,
Hmm.
they'll be in no rush to leave.
No,
I just don't
I
think they will.
no, I don't believe so either. Not if their plan from the get go was to do reefer. No chance.
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
don't see it. I mean, I couldn't imagine doing it any other way. To be honest, I love it,
yeah,
and I know
yeah.
other guys here are as
It,
well. You know
it,
what I mean?
it it's a good way to make really good money. Like, is it more stressful than drive in warehouse to warehouse? Yes. It's you make more. I always tell people this. There's no free money in trucking. If you're
Hmm.
making more money in trucking, you've either took on more financial responsibility or more work responsibility. Whether that be
Agreed.
trucking or back office or whatever. There's no free money in trucking.
Oh,
I see.
I'm not here to sugarcoat it. It ain't easy. There's tough
Right.
times, you know what I mean? But when you get it at the end of the week, you look back and you're like, yeah, it was 110% worth it. So
Yep.
um,
Yep.
I can't agree with you more.
This load I'm doing Tuesday, it's basically with the empty miles, it's right at 1,400 miles, and it picks
Hmm.
up on Tuesday and it delivers on Thursday. I mean, it's back to back, all you got days,
Hmm.
and I always complain the whole ride down, and then once I'm done with it, I'm like wow, that was like, because it's like $4,800, and I'm like, that's 2 days work, for
Hmm.
$4,800. Like, it's tough at time, but then yeah, when you get the money, you're like, oh, okay, that's why I did that, because
Yeah.
it was worth it, and
Hmm.
for guys looking for a change, if you're willing to step up, it's a good way. It's a damn good way to make money, because I know the system, I know how it works, and it's there if you want it. Basically,
Yes.
that's the key to it. If you want it, because that's the main thing with any kind of work. You can train people, you can show people, but you can't make them want it. That's gotta be inside. That they gotta come with the want.
Yeah.
And
You know,
yeah,
another good thing that I can honestly say now, and the carrier has grown with help of other people here, but we don't just have one thing, you know what I mean, that's consistent. We've seen to have quite a few different things that are very consistent, you know what I mean. Some are a little bit more seasonal than other, but for the most part, we've got options, you know what I mean. So if one didn't work out this week for you, or depending on where the driver is, we have other options as well, you know what I mean. It's not
yeah,
like we just have one broker or one customer that we're working with. We do have
right.
quite a few that are all treating us very well.
And I can tell you right now, I can't guarantee it, but I'll tell you there's a very high likelihood, if there's any candidates out there, if you if you were to do the lease purchase and you were consistent and worked hard, you could probably find something in your area. Like, if you wanted to be, going through the house more, depending on where you lived,
Hmm.
there's opportunity. You got to make of it what you want, basically.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I also know nobody's going to bend over for somebody that's not willing to put in the hard work and everything. So you gotta show up, you gotta be consistent, not break things, and then things will go your way.
Hmm.
I did a weekly recap where I went to Virginia, and somebody was like, "Boy, you like that Virginia run, don't you?" And I'm like, "It's a change of pace, Like, I go to Florida a lot, I go to Georgia a lot. Texas, not so much anymore, but I used to go to Texas a lot, and it's just kind of breaks up the monotony of going to the same place all the time. But
Hmm.
um, some people like that consistency of just same thing over and over. I do too. I mean, I like knowing where I'm going and the schedule and all that, but um, it's what you make of it, I guess.
Well, that's yeah. I've seen you break it up every once in a while. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is one of our brokers that we work with very consistently. He kind of threw an oddball load at me, and I'm in Tennessee. You know what I mean? I normally our loads go to kind of the east and the east back, and this one brought me down here. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. You know what I mean? It's just, like you said,
Yeah.
change of pace. You know what I mean? But they're great to work with. So
Yep. How's the weather?
fun. I got a
Ah.
text from the Mackinac kid this morning. He's like, "Man, it's coming down pretty good." And I was like, "Man, where is it?" And I looked at the Doppler, and man, if it wasn't but another 10 minutes later, I was like, "All right, it's coming." And then I started seeing all the cars in the ditches, and I'm like, "Man, you guys aren't used to snow
Mm.
down here like this."
No.
It came down good today,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, they get that about once every 10 years. It's like a life changing event.
yeah, yeah.
Did you Are you hauling bread or milk by any chance? If you are, make sure you got a lock on that trailer because in the South, if they see
Uh-huh.
snow, they panic. They panic.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No, we empty now, man. I did just a 2 pickup and 1 drop today, but we're empty at the moment. We'll
okay.
get loaded in the morning first thing.
Okay. We got somebody watching in Iran. Well, I don't think you can take the truck to Iran. I don't think that works.
No. No.
Boss is in the house. What's good, Stepdaddy Cash? Not much. Stanza Transport says fate overdosed on a big old Mexican pepper. I told him to take the seeds out, but he just liked them seeds in there. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch them. Gotta watch it.
Mhm.
The Minnesota kids over there eating hot peppers. I can only imagine. Muscle cars in a house. It's snowing pretty good now. Okay, where you at? Uh, Wisconsin truck driver is in Breezewood, PA. Are they getting weather up that way? I don't know. I looked at the radar earlier just for like I'm in Iowa and Minnesota, so that's
I
all I
don't think
care
so.
about.
I think PA is clear. I talked to one of our drivers out there today, and he said that it was 40 degrees and
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
bad at all.
Yeah, I didn't know if that storm was going up that far or not. Um, Red crawlers and houses. Cassius King, shout out to Texas for cleaning up the roads to make safe for the snowstorm around Fort Worth and Dallas. Wow. Yeah, good job if they cleaned it up, man. Sometimes it lingers down there,
Mhm.
down that way. Wisconsin truck driver says, I run super singles. Oh, you can't do that. No, no, no.
Mm-mm.
Don't run super singles if you're anywhere where it snows, rains, if the sun shines. No, no, super singles, you die. I've seen it. I've
Mhm.
heard the stories.
Mhm.
Um, go to my
Think about it,
videos I
man.
do about,
Yeah, those tires are twice as much as a dual, man. Why would you buy one of those? More than twice as much.
and I'm gonna tell you right now, when they blow out, you buy a rim. You do.
Mm-hmm.
You'll buy a
And
rim.
a and a fender.
Yep, yep. Uh, Marty's in here. He says, "Is there still a loan on the truck?"
No loan on the truck or the trailer. Just so you know, the trailer is. I'm also the second owner of that. That is a retired J.R. Strugel trailer. I bought that
The great,
trailer with 9,400 hours on it, and it has 15,000 now. 15.5.
the great Sugarly Moogly, as I call him, the
Mm-hmm.
great Sugarly
Mm-hmm.
Moogly. Um, yeah. This ain't a a, a what do they call that when you lease out part of your apartment? Um,
Sublease.
Sublease. This is not a sublease rider truck. Justin, do
No.
you live in West Chicago by any chance?
No, I do not.
Okay.
No.
This ain't that, okay, folks. This is I wouldn't be on here. Number one, I wouldn't let him come on here and talk about it if I didn't like believe in this deal. I believe
Mm-hmm.
this is a deal where a guy with very little like business experience can come in, put in some hard work and some effort and move up in life. Like and
Eh,
and and own some equipment. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's spec'd right. The carrier is right. Like this is not, let me go sublease a truck, a rider lease truck from Gold Coast Carriers or, a Super Ego and them find every single way to rip you off.
Look, let me put it to you
uh,
this way. If this is simple enough, I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for this, but I'm not looking to make money on this truck or trailer at all. Okay. Um, I would argue and say that the carrier helps, some people out here to give them an opportunity that he's not making money. He's losing money on equipment. Okay. I've learned that it's not necessarily the short term game on making money on the equipment is not really what I'm looking for. If that was the case, I've got the title to both of them. I could just sell them outright right now. Whether the market's down or not, I made my money with the equipment. It's been good, and I could sell them both right now and replenish my business account. Okay. We're looking to bring someone on to help us move a lot of this freight that we have. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
If that means that I can make a little bit off of that, you know what I mean, and then help grow the carrier with doing that and bringing somebody into this team, I'm all about it. You know what I mean? I mean, for what I'm willing to sell this truck and trailer on a lease purchase, I'm losing money. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm losing a lot of money, but you know what?
And
That's not what it's about right now.
and full disclosure, Justin does have on an Adidas tracksuit under that hoodie. I freaking
Mm.
promise you right now. Put your flip flop up on the dash for him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those ones.
They're Nike, not
Man.
Adidas. Damn it.
Oh, oh, ain't you fancy?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Brandon says, is a lease purchase good for a family man? Charlotte, North Carolina area prefers smaller, old school companies with old tractors. Um, well, I mean, I don't know what you mean by old tractors. If you're talking about flat front tractors, hood trucks, you got to ask yourself why you want a hood truck. Is it to show off? Because if you're looking to impress other truckers, you got to explain that one to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in business to make money, and you got to ask yourself, uh, am I going to spend an extra $500-600 on fuel every week to impress other people, versus would I rather spend $500 to $600 a week on my kids? That's how I look at it. Um,
Or reinvest in your business if you don't
yes,
have any kids. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Just stack that cash. Um, I don't know. Yeah, if you're willing to give up the money, you do you. I don't tell anybody what to do, but that you got to understand, that hood truck is going to cost you 500 to 1,000 a week in fuel extra,
Extra.
um, extra, and that's money you don't get back. That's money you don't get to reinvest. That's money, like if you wanted to take 500 to the strip club, that's basically what a hood truck is. It's it's and I mean, hell, you don't even get no titty in your face. Um, right
Well,
there. I'm out. I'm out. Well, man titty maybe, but I ain't looking for trucker titty. Okay. I mean, I'll just tell you right now, that side boob's too hairy for me. Somebody get Harry Areolas back in here. But
uh,
Brandon, my thing would be, the family part of it. You've got to figure out. You know what I mean? That's tough, because you've got to figure that one out, and you got to be honest with yourself and your family, and they got to be honest with you, because if you put money down on a truck and then you know it don't work, you got to be home, then you're going to lose that money. But I don't know. That was a tough one. Brandon says, any recommendations? Hurricane Express got some nice trucks.
they do.
Um, if if a nice truck, if looking pretty is your main objective, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Um, you know what I mean? Like I said, if putting a suction cup dildo on the front of a truck got you an extra MPG, what'd you say that time, Justin? I put two on mine.
Uh-huh. One on each mirror.
I mean, it's just the facts, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm in it to win it, and Hurricane Express. I mean, if you need a bunch of lights on your truck, go for it. But you're going to pay dearly for that. And they run 18 speeds, which are not as efficient. Um, especially when you're just pulling a reefer trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why you'd want an 18 speed unless you're hauling, like, 100,000 pounds through the mountains.
Mhm.
Just pulling a regular old refrigerated trailer. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just can't get my head around the whole thing. I've driven
Think
I've driven hood trucks, I've driven old trucks, new truck. I mean, it just, these new ones are so smooth riding and comfortable and quiet, and just, yeah.
Yeah. I think it depends on the application. I have come up just a little bit different of opinion over the last year, and I'm not saying that for me that would ever make sense, but I understand like cents per mile what he's doing. It's not going to make sense or as much sense for him to be in something like what you're driving or a Cascadia compared to hauling reefer. You know what I mean? He's hauling a lot of heavy stuff, so maybe that truck is the right truck for that application. But or maybe if you're a local, like a real local driver, you know what? Maybe having a Cascadia isn't as big of a necessity, or a super good fuel mileage, truck is as much of a necessity. But being OTR, man, the difference in a truck that's getting 6 miles a gallon and a truck that's getting 8.5 miles a gallon is massive difference. This is the reason why I've been able to kind of reinvest all that extra money and put it back in, and now I'm able to do the lease purchase. So that wouldn't have happened if I was getting 6 miles a gallon. Zero chance.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's different applications, but yeah. Um, I
Business
don't know.
wise, it never makes more sense. It'll never make more sense business wise. When you look at the numbers, it's always going to make more sense to get a better fuel mileage truck, no matter what, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
No
Because,
matter what.
you know, that's money you can't get back. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just the way it is for me. Let me read some comments here. This other phone's giving me hell right now, so I have to read them here. Where was I at? Damn, we were way behind on the comments. Yeah, hurricane is horrible. Nitro says hurricane is horrible. Yeah, I I just I've looked at those hurricane trucks. I did a video a while back about it's probably been 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, but I looked at one of those trucks, and I just I don't get it. I mean, if it's to each their own, but if having a bunch of chicken lights is your thing, then I just don't. I won't ever get that. I won't ever get it. I want to blend in. I want to not stand out in trucking. It's just not for me. Brandon also says, copy that. I'd like to get home at least every 10 to 14 days. Um, yeah, that's not an unattainable goal, leasing a truck. It just depends on where you're at and the kind of money, you want to make, and what you got going on. But 10, I mean, that's normally about what I'm out, from when I really stretch it, you know, once I get to about the 14th, 15th day, I'm ready to go home. I'm just kind of
Mhm.
over it all. I'm done. It's time to go home. Um,
I think it depends
Joe
on how
Little,
many days going home too. Are we talking every 10 to 14 days for a day or two or a reset? Or are we talking,
right?
14 days on, 7 days off? Is a big difference there.
True. That's very true. Um, has a lot to do with your expectations. I
Hmm.
guess that's a big part of it. You got to get your expectations in line, because you're not just trucking is kind of weird. It's like, not only are you like, it's a whole change of lifestyle. Number one, you're starting a business, you're changing your whole lifestyle, and you're spending a bunch of money on equipment that depreciates really quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it can be a little tough sometimes. Joe Little's 4.99 super chat. Thank you, Joe. I much appreciate that. It says aerodynamic truck for the wind, less time being pissed off in the fuel island. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, Joe used to partake in the hood trucks, and he when fuel got up there around like $5 a gallon, he had to rechange and rethink. And most people, once they get into one of these newer aerodynamic trucks, um, there's usually no going back. Um,
Hmm.
you know, it, it it's such a relief when you like. So my truck, normally I get fuel every single day. It's just a habit I've built. Um, I like to shop the fuel prices. If I don't get fuel every day, it'll be a minimum every other day, just in case there's 20 cents less a gallon down the road. I can get there. I'll get it every other day, but I like to fuel every day for habit. That way I
Yeah.
never end up sitting somewhere with a quarter of a tank when it's cold. Or like the other day, I showed up at a place I was going to get fuel, and their pumps literally went down as I pulled up to the fuel island.
Hmm.
And like it was some sort of, I don't know, some sort of circuit problem. And I mean, there was no fuel to be had there. It didn't matter. I still had a half a tank of fuel. I just went, to the next stop. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's nice because instead of spending like 500 or 600 every single day, it's like, you know, 200, 250, you
Yeah.
know, it's amazing how quick that adds up.
Hmm.
Um, Man, I wonder when they're going to
Yeah.
call me to the damn door here.
Yeah. And
Sorry, 2 hours after the appointment.
I like yeah, I mean, you obviously get that many more free showers. I mean, not that I do. I mean, I'm always going to go for the cheapest price, but I do get free. I get them free showers. I rack those up. But then also, I like it because it breaks up the day. I get a chance to take a look at the tires, take a look at the trailer, take a look at the truck.
Yeah,
Do a walk around when I'm getting fuel. Sometimes you get those, like you get those days when you got to be 1,400 miles away in 2 days. It's like you ain't got time for that sometimes. You know what I mean? You do your thing in the
yeah,
morning, you do your thing at night, but a lot can go wrong in between. You stop and get fuel every single day, and it gives you an opportunity to kind of catch something before you're in a bad spot. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Never hurts to get out and look around. Anybody energy drinks at 9 o'clock at night? Anybody? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are so good. Oh, I love the new Rockstar lemonade. It's my favorite. It's
I
my
can't, I
favorite.
can't, I can't do all them energy drinks, man. I do the knockoff 5 hour energies, man, and I get tweaking off of those. I do,
Uh,
man. You're
I,
hallucinating when I down one of those.
I smashed my adrenal glands with hard drugs a long time ago. It takes a lot to get me riled up, but um, about about 3 or 4 of these a day, and I have to catch them on
Break the
sale though
sport.
because damn it, some
God
of these are
damn.
expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell, I drink one at 9 o'clock at night. I'll be asleep at 10:30. I mean, it don't do nothing to me.
Damn
Oh
it.
man, yeah, yeah, we did a lot of stupid stuff back in the day. It's all right though. It's all right. Stanza Transport says rates are up. Could it be all the foreign drivers went home? Um, no, usually around this time of year, every year the rates go up. Number one, you've got people just taking more time off, especially at the end of the year. And then at the new year, a lot of the Russian guys, they take 2 weeks off usually. Um,
Mhm.
and then not only the Russian guys, there's some other uh, people like from that whole area over there, the Soviet Union area. Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't know everything, but from what I've been told, New Year's is a big deal to them, and
Mhm.
they normally a lot of those guys take off like the first and second week of the year. So you're living a little bit of that right now. You're living. Nobody wants to go trucking in the snow
Yeah.
and the really really cold weather. It's weather. It's a lot of people taking time off right now. Um, we're get it while you can. That's all I can say. Get it while you can. You never know what's coming down the road, but yeah, it's probably more weather right now with that big
Yeah.
storm coming across the country.
You
Because
got
I go ahead.
you got a little trifecta going on with the combination of everything you just talked about at the same time. I think it kind of happened the same way last January as well.
Yep. Yeah, people that's been in it a long time. These little pop ups don't surprise us. Wait till Trucking Made Successful puts on her glasses and tell you about the President's Day bump. Fuck, fuck, shit kills me. Shit kills me. Um, I mean, come in, come into something you don't know shit about and pretend like you know it all. Like, oh
Hmm.
God, Y'all already know. Don't get me started about that bullshit.
Uh-huh.
She copies my music and then tells me about a fucking President's Day bump in freight. What are we hauling furniture? The fuck are you
Hmm.
talking about? Like, Lord have mercy. How's that furniture on a flatbed now? I guess I don't know. Don't get me started. Sorry. Daniel's in the house. Cash. I'm looking at a 2020 T680 with the MX13. What's your thoughts over Cummins? Woo. Um,
Perfect guy to ask.
do you like gelled up trucks in the winter? If you do, get yourself a Cummins, baby. Um,
Woo! Take that. Take that.
um, do you do you like well, I ain't gonna say that because every truck's that now. Do you like expensive replacement parts? That ain't. I can't even joke on any truck manufacturer for that because they all about that these days.
Mm. How
Um,
about fuel mileage?
that's but to be the main reason I wouldn't get a Cummins. You know that I always tell people when Cummins came out with the efficiency, I thought that's an oxymoron right there. Cummins efficiency. I mean, come on, like that's jumbo shrimp, motherfuckers. That don't even make sense.
100%.
But
100%.
no, I don't know why my Wi-Fi keeps cutting off on this other phone here. Let's see what we got here. Internet connect, baby. Um, oh, it's trying to connect to the customer's Wi-Fi. There we go. We back. We back now. Yeah, I prefer the MX13. I don't know. To each their own. Um, but yeah, I'm just not a big Cummins fan. I had a Cummins. Um, I had an International with a Cummins as a company driver, and then I had a Volvo with a Cummins as a company driver, and I just both times had a lot of problems with those engines. Um, whether it be turbos or just whatever. Yeah, seemed like a lot of downtime with them. Maybe that was just me. Maybe that was the trucks I got out of just luck. But for me, I carried that with me, and you know, I would prefer a Detroit. But between MX13 and Cummins, I'm going MX13 all the time. And
Yeah.
watch about 30 people leave the chat right there as I said that because they've been brainwashed to think Cummins is great.
I've had one experience with the MX13 and as a company guy, and the truck didn't do me very well, unfortunately. It only left me broke down once, but it was eating coolant all the time. We could never get, I
Uh,
mean, gallons and I mean, going from Sacramento, California to Texas and back, I'd probably go through at least 4 gallons. I mean, it was, yeah, yeah, it was
ba-
bad. I mean, we
yeah.
got to the point that they were just stocking it in the shelves in the warehouse, and it was like, hey, don't forget your coolant before you leave. You know what I mean? And
Oh man.
I used to,
Yeah.
yeah, fill up those side boxes with coolant. But I know that some people, just like yourself, I know that there's a lot of people that have had phenomenal experiences with them. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like every truck out there has its problems.
It does.
But
It
they
does.
do. They all do. Even these DD15s, they all have their problems. You know what I mean? The big thing with these DD15s is, man, an overhaul is expensive. You might as well throw the truck away right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It costs almost as much as the truck does. It's not even worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're 40 grand in a full overhaul.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, it's like, what is that on these newer trucks? Which,
And the
um,
downtime.
yeah, I'm kind of in the ballpark now with it where shop rates are so damn high, parts are so damn high. I like to find me something that's got warranty until basically the end of the note. And when the
Hmm.
note's done, I roll it into a new one and just hope the timing of it is all right. Um, if a truck's been good, like that Freightliner, I kept it past the warranty and my last Cascadia. And, the guy that owns the carrier I'm leased on to, he told me, 800,000 miles, you should punt that Cascadia. And, I hung on to it till about 880 and that last 80 was very expensive,
Yeah,
and
I
you know
remember.
he had a bunch of them around, and he just knew like when they get to about 800, like move on. And the engine, there was no problems with the engine on that truck.
Yep.
I actually know the guy that owns that truck, and it hit 1,000,000 miles like I don't know about 4 months ago.
Wow.
Engine's still strong. It's just um, electronics
Yes.
with a Freightliner. Not like well, not just Freightliner. I shouldn't say just Freightliner. All these trucks. You've got 50 miles of wiring in these trucks. You've got,
Mhm.
I mean, how many computers are in these modern trucks now? 10 computer. I mean, there's a computer for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's the downfall of the modern trucks is the electronics. But, um, like that Cascadia going to, say I did kick it off at 800,000 miles. Um, that's a damn profitable truck if you can take a Cascadia to
Yeah.
800,000 miles.
Yeah.
It's paid its way. I did the numbers on that one time. The cost of ownership for me on that truck, I want to say it was like 3 cents a mile.
Yeah.
That's what I paid for that truck. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Hmm.
And that's just like the cost of purchasing the truck. That's not, you know, um, maintenance or anything like that. That's just the cost of the truck. I put 460,000 miles on that truck and
Yeah.
basically gave nothing for it. So, um, you know, you catch wins like that occasionally.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Where are we at? Yo, you a foo, okay? You a foo. Good to know. Gustavo says, I switched to reefer from doing flatbed. Flatbed is so much more simpler to me, but I'm sticking it out with the reefer to find out what it's all about. Yeah. Um, I think most people would say that quite the opposite. Reefer is so simple compared to flatbed, but um,
Yeah.
flatbed flatbed is definitely how you make it. Like if you are willing to pull any load available, it's tricky. I mean, you will run into some weird stuff. But um, I did flatbed with Averett Express, and everything was like dimensional lumber. It would literally throw 6 straps and go. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
nothing. But then I went to did some flatbedding at Western Express, and it was slinky steel loads with 14 straps and
Mhm.
fucking those Dollar General store frames. Oh man, there'd be 9 layers of steel and every one of them a different size. Just
Yeah.
impossible. Like 20 straps per load on some of those, and yeah. But yeah, dimensional lumber and stuff like that, it's gravy. I love stuff like that.
Man, I'll tell you, man, that the one thing that I am very jealous about of flatbed and step deck is it just seems like I got a couple buddies that are doing it and have been for years for really good companies. And man, they're way more of a 9 to 5 type of schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially the guys that are doing anything that's oversized on a step deck. You know what I mean? Like if you can manage no sleep and working 24 hours a day, hey man, go do reefer. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
if you like to work that more 9 to 5 schedule, man, flatbed's where it's at. I agree with that.
Okay, okay. So I had a 7 p.m. appointment here. I'm not
Hmm.
even backed into a dock yet. I'm sitting in front of the dock waiting on them to call me to tell me to back into the dock.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's 2 hours past the appointment. Get this, I've got 50 pallets.
58. I can't hear you. Fate, put in the comments. Can you see Cash? Can you hear me?
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
There he
We
is.
back.
There he is.
That was Walmart telling me to back in, but I was speaking of the devil, But I was just thinking, imagine if a flatbed guy had to set for 2 hours before they even started working on him. Like
Oh, they'd lose their
it,
damn mind.
it's a whole nother mindset you got to get in to do this.
Well, a lot of times, man, those I know my buddy, he gets to these places a day early, and they're like more than glad as long as they're,
Mm-hmm.
during operating hours, man. They're like, yes, we've been waiting for this. Get
Mm-hmm.
it in. You know what I mean? Whereas here, it's like it don't matter if you show up a day early, an hour early, a minute late. It's a f you. Get out of
Uh,
here. Why are
yeah,
you here?
yeah.
It's like
I actually showed up at this Walmart I'm at a day early one time because I I looked at the date wrong, and
mm,
yeah, yeah,
that
U-turn
didn't go
Jones.
very well.
No. You can do a U-turn right there and then
Yeah.
leave and come back
Yep.
tomorrow. No more
One
than an
hour
hour
prior.
early. Yep,
Yeah.
is
One
what they
hour.
told me.
That's it.
1 hour. Yeah, I got to get out here and open these doors and
Yeah.
back in. Um,
It was
you,
good talking to you. I appreciate you bringing me in. I appreciate you. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no problem.
anybody's interested, hit up Cash.
Yeah,
Get you
email me
my
if you're
info.
interested. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to stay on the live, guys. If everybody wants to hang around for a minute, I need to jump out and open this door and back this trailer in real quick. But if you want to hop back in, Justin, you can later. If I'm still alive, come on back
Yeah,
in. I know,
I'll be
I know
watching.
you got. I, Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the cooking, but I'll have you here, and we'll see how long this thing goes, and maybe I'll jump back in.
All right.
All
Appreciate you
right,
coming in.
brother. Yeah, we'll talk to
Yep.
you later. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. Give me 1 minute, everybody. I gotta go open doors, back up about 6 feet. So give me one moment, though. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Oh, man. It is cold out there. I think I got some load. Look like it leaning a little bit there. Ain't too happy about that. Ain't much too happy about that. You can tell how far away I am from the door with that interior light on. Slam into it. Just slam into it. Anybody? Oh, there we are. There we are. All right. Now I got to get back out. Hang on with me one more minute. I got to chalk the wheels. We back. Oh man, I can't believe I left the truck running. What the hell was I thinking? That ain't like me. Leaving the truck running. Woo. All right. Red airline pulled, dolly down, chopped. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Nitrium, full and faith and security, just like cash. Out of breath from doing that. Timothy says sitting at home in North Alabama waiting on the storm. Waiting the storm out. Okay. Mr. Field says put that $500 back into the stock market. Oh, that cold air hits your lungs so hard. Um, yeah, I mean, when you spend $500 on fuel a week when you don't have to, that money's never coming back. You know, I've made videos about that before. Um, Sorry. Let me get that warm air in my lungs again. Oh, I'm so out of shape. Miserable out of shape. Um, Griff's in the house, evening cash and chat. What's up? What's up? I always fill up daily too, S says. Yeah, it's a habit for me, you know, since I moved up north, especially. Um, I just don't like risking not having fuel. You know, you might have to sit for a day or two somewhere if it comes a really bad storm. And um, my bunk heater doesn't use a lot of fuel, but um, you know, it's like, why not? Why not? Cheap freight haulers in the house. Good evening, everybody. Checking in from the recliner. Oh man, got it made over there. Got it absolute made. What are we doing here? What are we doing? There we go. S says, thanks for contributing to my paycheck, Cash is King. Yeah, no problem. If you ever in Colorado, I can hook you up with free rock stars. Okay. Yeah, that's my brand. That's my brand. I like the non-carbonated energy drinks because um, I've noticed carbonation. Me and carbonation don't get along well. So um, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Okay, this is to benefit everybody. If you use your phone a lot, like this phone here, I have. This is my GPS, or this is my GPS, and this is my regular phone. But I put a blue light filter on both of those, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't have a blue light filter on there, do that. Do that. Um, my sleep has been so much better here lately because I put that blue light filter on there. I think I don't know. I ain't no kind of scientist or nothing, but I can tell you right now, my sleep has gotten better, and it's not just guessing. It's like I have the Fitbit that tells me my sleep is better. So it says, hell no, I'll take the time of people taking off. I love money. Okay. I'll take the time of the people taking off. Yeah. 18 wheelers in the house. My endorphins are long gone since my methamphetamine experiments in the 80s and 90s. LOL. A Rockstar drink won't even move the needle for me now. Damn, I miss those days. Whew. Hot damn, some 10 and 2, son. Come on. Oh, Lord. Those 10 and 2 days. Lord have mercy. Or to be ashamed of it. And I am. Yeah. I drink Rockstar because I like the taste. This new lemonade is amazing. It does have 2 grams of added sugar, though. Gotta weigh the good with the bad, I guess. The good with the bad. Yeah. 2 grams of sugar per can. I probably should stop that and just go back to the caffeine pills, right? Daniel's in the house. What's up? Uh, Elsinu says they do good. Okay. Marty says, what's the payment on the truck and trailer? I don't want to speak for him, but I think the other day he said 2,400 a month. Now don't quote me on that because I'm not going to pay the difference. But I think he said it was 2,400 a month for truck and trailer. So you have it paid off pretty quick. Um, I think you'd be all right. Cheap freight hauler says top off the coolant and check the fuel. Come on. Tom, I love the weekly expense videos, Cash. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, the one I put out today didn't do so well. Not a lot of views, but you just never know with YouTube. Sometimes videos do great, sometimes they don't do great. You just don't know. You just don't know. If you're coming in, be sure to smash that like button if you're here right now. 57 people hanging out with me. You get that like button for me if you don't mind. I do appreciate it. 18 Wheeler says, I'm with you, Cash. In today's truck market, hands down, the Detroit platform engine and transmission and drive line is absolutely superior to the competition. Yeah, I like Detroit. I like Freightliner. I've told this story before. I just had nothing but problems from my local Freightliner dealers here in Minneapolis. Every time I would take a truck to any of them, I mean, hell, I got there for a while where I was taking them all the way over to Wisconsin and to Menominee. But every one of them in the Minneapolis area, it was like I would take the truck there, and either the bill would just be unreasonable, or I would have to bring the truck right back. I mean, literally, I would pick up the truck. I think once, maybe twice, when I went to pick the truck up from the dealer, they had check engine lights on. And it's like, well, you called me and told me it was ready. I agreed to a load, and now my truck's not ready. It's like, I just had a lot of trouble with them, and that's why I don't have a Detroit right now. That's why I don't have a Freightliner. If you have a different experience where you live, then by all means get one. But my experience, I had an oil, like a good example. Okay, I had an oil pan gasket replaced. Oil pan gasket replaced. Literally 400 miles down the road, I'm losing oil, and I get out and look, see what's going on, and literally there's oil pan bolts laying on top of my axle. Like they just fell out. You know what I mean? Like I had some rough experiences with the local Freightliners. So, um, but it is what it is. It's good help's hard to find. Cheap Freight Hauler says, buy a new one every 3 or 4 years and don't worry about overhauling one. Yeah. Yeah, and there's no way I overhaul any of these modern trucks. Um, it's just not a thing anymore because even if you overhaul, say you take one to 800,000, a million miles, and you overhaul it, everything else is still a million-mile truck. They're just not built for that anymore, unfortunately. But it's kind of the way of the world. Box truck gangs in the house. Where did you get your hat? I got the corn-fed cowboy hat. I don't remember where I got that. I got it in Minnesota somewhere. One of these truck stops in Minnesota. I like an obscure hat. I like a weird hat, so we do the corn-fed cowboy. Um, Scapachi says, "Do you guys remember what was the first load you hauled and where was it going to?" Ooh, I don't remember what it was. I mean, maybe if I thought about it enough, I could. Um, but it was going from West Memphis, Arkansas, from the USA Truck Yard. They assigned me a truck, and then they gave me a load coming from the yard to If I'm not mistaken, it went from one yard to the other. I think it went from West Memphis, Arkansas to Vandalia, Ohio, up there off 75, north of Dayton, Ohio. If I'm not mistaken, it went right up through there. I went like, uh, I took the Tennessee to Nashville. I took 40 to Nashville, 65 up to 71, and then 75 up to Vandalia. So that's what I did. Joe says FMCSA says drivers are the problem, not the shippers or the receivers. Yes, I agree. Drivers are the problem. I am the problem. I'm not the solution. I tell you right now, I'm the problem. Timothy says a load of tires from Alabama to Ontario, Canada. Damn, that would be a hell of a first run. Um, did you get them out of a cave down there? Isn't there a cave in Alabama where Firestone? I think I took a load to Alabama one time that went into a cave. Maybe that was Kentucky. I remember somewhere in the southeast though. It wasn't out in Missouri. It wasn't like Carthage or nothing. I think it was Alabama. Um, Gary Bates says, "What carrier is the lease truck at?" I don't know if he talks about the carrier. That would be one of those things you'd have to talk about in private. Um, Spassy says, "How long does those headsets usually last on a full charge? Are they powered by batteries?" Yeah, this one goes forever. This is a big old honking thing. My other one is an old 450, and I charge it every night. I don't know. It never runs out of battery. I charge it a lot. This one, I only do videos with this one. So this one, I don't know. It'd probably go 24 hours or something like that. It goes a long time. Yes, powered by lithium batteries. Chief Ray Hauler says first a load of diesel. Oh wow. 18 wheeler says Cash is going old school with the beaded Japanese seat massager. Oh yeah, my I don't know. I got this at Love's. Um, Keeps my back warm. Cool. Excuse me. I get too hot. My back gets hot sitting on these seats. So yeah, I got the lumbar support there. Um, Chief Holler, back up until your head hits the seat. No doubt. No doubt. I do that sometimes. It's pretty flat here. Ain't got to worry about it. These packars, um, the transmission backing up is really smooth. You just got to kind of understand that the brake pedal is the clutch. If you treat the brake pedal like you would a clutch and just barely touch it and let out of it, it backs up really smooth unless you're backing up a hill. If you're going backwards up a hill, oh ho ho, get ready for the damage. It'll knock everything out of every cabinet you got in the truck. So yeah. Um, Six Embers has put a rattlesnake in their mailbox. Damn it. Uh, Habib called. He wants his seat cover back. Damn it, boy. Damn it, you make fun of my seat cover. Um, Stanza says, were those Freightliner dealerships you worked with truck country? No, I'm not sure if there's any truck countries in Minnesota. Um, the one of them was not a Freightliner dealer. It was a Detroit certified Detroit shop. Um, and the others were just basically all of them in the Twin Cities area. But yeah, had some rough goes. Charles says we used to have some internationals and Volvos with almost 2 million miles. None of our trucks had less than 1 million miles. I bought a truck right as it turned 1 million miles one time. I bought a truck that had like 980,000 miles on it. It was just a different era. You know, it didn't have as many computers on it, but, um, nowadays you got to play the fuel economy game, Um, so my take now is buy you a decent truck, 300,000 to 400,000 miles on it. Buy one that has has factory warranty left on it if you can, and you know, run it for a couple years and sell it for what it's worth and buy another one. Similar setup. That's kind of been my strategy, and it's kind of worked on the last couple trucks. So I don't know. We'll see. Taylor says, "Howdy, been a while since I caught a live. Looking for a reefer load out of Phoenix. Scared of the weather with the good rates. Yeah, yeah, that's why the rates are up this week. I think all this weather coming across. Um, a lot of people just going to the house. I mean, I'm going to the house, but not because of the weather. I've been out for 10 days. I left out on the first. Technically, I left out on the 31st, so this makes the 11th day. So I'm ready to go home. It's go home time for me. Art says, "What's going on, Cash? Over here from Port Arthur, Texas. You're talking about Port Arthur, Texas. Damn it, boy. Curious George in the house. Blue parrots are crap. Oh. I will say, I'm not impressed with this 650, but this right here will tell you otherwise. Look at how wore out this headset is. I've had this thing for like 10 years, and I talk the hell out of this thing every day. It's very comfortable. I've replaced this little foam part 3 or 4 times, but other than that, headset's a banger. If you're going to get a Blue Parrot, get the 450. I think that's the sweet spot. Don't overpay. Don't get this one. This one's got the where you can connect here and make a set of headphones out of it. It's not worth the money. It's too damn expensive. Um, Curious George, reference referrals to trustworthy people to help make depositions, affidavits. Okay, fellow truckers seeking justice, no doubt. Aaron says, "I'm on a load right now from the caves in Carthage. There you go, headed to Arizona. That's a good direction to be heading right now, I think. I think you'll dodge all the bull crap." Timothy said Dunlop used to have a facility in Madison, Alabama. I remember that load because they wanted me to unload it, and I ended up hiring their unemployed relatives as lumpers. Damn it. Damn it, boy. I unloaded a trailer of tires one time at Averett. They were car tires. It was a 3-stop load with driver unload. Oh, that was a horrible load. I almost quit over that load. that was not what I wanted to be doing. Um, I think it was like 700 car tires, and I had to throw every damn one of them. Oh, that was a long, long day. Let me tell you. And that's the first time I'd ever done it, and they expected me just to go bam, 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 and I'm like, hey, I don't do this every day. Don't expect a lot from me. I go at my pace, not your pace. Yeah, they didn't like that. So, Chief Fairholder says, "I hate it when the heel start assists come on unexpectedly when backing up." These trucks, like the problem with the paccar backup thing on a heel is the brakes completely stop you, and then it releases, and it goes too fast when it releases. So you back up way too fast. And then if you're anywhere near the dock, you hit that bastard at a way too high of a speed. And if you touch the brake, you completely come to a stop again. And then it starts, it's like it's real tricky backing up a hill in this truck. That's one thing Paccar transmission could work on. For sure. Stanza transports his truck country in DeForest, Wisconsin. Pretty solid shop. Okay. Joe Little says, "If you want to get your truck fixed, take it to a state that doesn't have recreational marijuana." Damn it, that's true. Damn it, that's true. I was talking with a buddy of mine today about recreational marijuana. I think it's really hurting society. And that's weird because I was one of those guys back in the early 2000s that was like, God, why don't they just legalize weed? It just needs to be legal. And being legal solves a lot of the issues, but not really. The cartel is still involved in it. It's a political thing now. I don't know if we're any better off with it being legal. Maybe a little bit, but it's so potent now too. And they do it all day, every day. Back in my day, you get off work on Friday, you hang out with your buddies, you drink a 40, and you smoke a little something. But now it's all day, every day. I mean, they are smoking blunts day and night of some really, really strong stuff. And yeah, I think it's affecting society. I'm officially an old man. Curious George's fuel economy budget, DEF, etc. Plastic crap, problematic, in shop, off road more than. I don't know about that. Um, um, I mean, every truck breaks down, bro. Um, yeah, yeah, fuel economy bullshit. Um, I mean, when you're spending $25,000 a year extra on fuel, I mean, that's crazy, man. That's just crazy, and that's on the low end. I mean, we're not talking much of a diesel price to get 500 a week. 18 wheeler says my buddy just rear-ended a car after a sudden lane change in North Carolina. Said the driver couldn't speak a lick of English and no driver's license. Wrote my buddy a ticket. Let amigo drive away. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. My baby mama got hit um, like 2 years ago on the freeway, got sideswiped by a guy like that. No driver's license. Um, Car was totally damaged. We had to tow our car away, and they let him drive away in a busted car with like literally uh, a broken lower control arm. Like literally the tire was like leaning like that, rubbing the fender and everything, and they let him drive away with no driver's license. Made it just blew my mind. I was like, "What are we doing in this country?" Which takes me back. I mean, we're just giving the country away at this point. Um, and I don't think there's much we can do about it. Charles says now that weed is legal. A reference, yeah, no doubt. Chief Fair Holler says, shoot, I left Monday afternoon, got back Tuesday afternoon. Hard to do 11 days. Not a real trucker, yeah. I went all the way to Miami. That's the only reason I did 11 days was I went from Minnesota to Miami, and then I stayed below that last storm that came out, and then I bumped up to Ohio, and then back over here to Minnesota. So I kind of set down south a day to let the storm go. So Curious George, poor sound quality. Okay. Um, Clutch Trucker got good choices. Okay. Damn. Uh, Charles says now that weed is legal, a reefer load can have two different meanings. Yes. Exactly. Free man says new truck, enjoy fuel mileage, warranty, depreciation, sell at 350 miles, buy another one. If you can get it, it's a good way to do it. I give you that. I give you that. Chief Frey Holler says the weed they're selling these days is not the same as weed we had in high school. Exactly. Exactly. It's a whole nother world what they're doing. That's genetically modified weed. That ain't some brown, I mean, that ain't some old, you know, stuff you can smoke all day and barely feel anything. I mean, that stuff right there will change your damn gender if you smoke enough of it. Curious George says, state, but still not federal. It's a scam. Ask about sheriff robbing armored cars. Okay, I will. I will. Chief Heller says this stuff is engineered and a lot more potent, causing a lot of mental problems. I think so too. Um, just like the food is poison now, the weed is poison as well. It just ain't right. And all the edible stuff, you process that different. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a good thing anymore. It used to be one of those things, you have a little fun on the weekend and, but now like all day, every day, this potent stuff and they're smoking it in blunts and, that has a whole different effect on you, the nicotine and the tobacco and all that. I just, I'm too old. Curious, his DEF system cooked off nearly barbecued my ass Freightliner Cascadia. Okay. Freeman says, thank you for all the info and entertainment. Hey, I appreciate it. Glad I could help. Muhammad says, oh, excuse me, Mohamed Mohammed. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. No disrespect. I don't read well. Words are tough. I don't word well. All good money for the old man Cash King. Thank you so much. Aaron says, what MPG you getting with that paccar? I was doing about 8.2 in the summer, but now that we've got deep into the cold part of winter, I think the last quarter I did 7.7. And today, with a very heavy load with the axles to the back, um, into the wind was horrible. Horrible today. Uh, I think the last time I checked it, I was at 7.1 and I turned it off after that. I looked at it. I said, I'm not going to sit there and stare at that all day. I turned that off. But I've been averaging like 7.5 to 8 in the winter. I had some really good ones in the summer. But, it's like, I feel like freight moves faster now. I feel like I don't get many opportunities to drive like 62, 63. Everything's got to be like 68, 70 miles an hour to get there on time now. So I don't know. That bums me out a little bit. Chief Heller says, Cash, it's about time that you could get a big money load to Miami and big money back home. Flowers should be moving soon. I hate flower loads. Oh my God. Let me pray about it. Dear Jesus, if there's any way I can make money without having to do a flower load, please, God, let it happen. Yeah, I'm not a fan of flowers. I did $2 a mile out of Miami the other day on a 4,000 pound grape load. Got me 4 G's on that back to Alabama. So I was pretty happy with that. But yeah, I used to go down there. What's that one trucking company? Armenial or whatever. They got the blue internationals, Armenian Mills or something. I don't know. I used to go down there to their warehouse and get flowers out of Miami. Not for me. Just not for me anymore. You go down there, it takes them 8 hours to load it because they floor load it. Um, I'm about done with any kind of floor load. Um, I just don't like the BS of a floor load. Um, Maybe I'm too picky. I don't know. But takes them 8 hours to load it, and then they want you to be there the next day, 1,000 miles away, and then you got to go store to store. None, yeah, every flower load I've ever done has been a huge pain in the ass. So um, I'll pass on that. 53 Steph says, "Hey Cash, what's up with the boy? Do we need to pay it?" I don't know. You have to get with DIY on that one. I don't know. I don't know. When my carrier um, tells me I got to pay something, I pay it. Um, Curious George says, "Have you seen cops going gang on knock shops?" No, I have not. Michael says, "Hey y'all, hope everybody's staying warm out there. Yeah, I hope to be aware of your surroundings. Do what you can. Watch what you're doing. Curious George says destroyed cameras, missed one like collectors protecting racketeering. Oh man, that's a bummer. Chief Arrow says didn't realize flowers were like that. My flower loads are easy. Yeah, most flower loads. I done one time that was one pick, 6 drops in the Chicago land area, and I mean it went to like flower shops. And that I had a two two guys in an old beat up Buick that followed me around all night, and they lumped the flowers. Like they fought, they met me at every flower shop. Oh, I was so tired when that load was done. I was like, never again. It paid okay, but wasn't worth the hassle. Um, let's see. Somebody says something about you're the Trump. No, I'm not Trump. I'm not Trump. I would like to be the president. No, I take that back. No, I take that back. No, I would not want to be the president. Um, if I was president, I'd already be dead. I'd be changing. Oh man. Oh, but I come after the money. Yes, sir. Ricky says, "What up, y'all? Chilling at the crib? Be safe out there, no doubt." Um, Chris George says, "Watch Lincoln Square Linlanadas." I've never heard of that. I don't know about it. Richard House red light camera unconstitutional. Okay. Okay. I'm out of here, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you, Joe Little, for the $4.99 super chat. To the rest of you scallywags, at least hit the like button. I mean, damn, 40 likes. Jeez Louise. I'm on here just giving you my heart and my soul, and you won't hit the like button for me. Damn it. All right, then. Well, I guess I'll go cry in the sleeper since nobody wants to hit the like button for me. If I can get to the X button, we'll end this.